Hello children, today we are going to study a new story and the chapter is The Tiger, the Brahman and the Jackal. Children, this is a story of a poor Brahman who helped a tiger when he was caught in a cage. The Brahman felt pity on the tiger and freed him from the cage. The tiger was so ungrateful that he wanted to eat that Brahman who had saved his life. A clever jackal helped the Brahman by his technique and caged the tiger once again. And this is how the life of the poor Brahman was saved. Children, now let us read and understand the story. Once upon a time, a tiger was caught in a cage. He tried in vain to get out through the bars and roared with rage and sadness when he failed. Children, the meaning of in vain means without success. By chance, a poor Brahman came by. "Let me out of this cage," cried the tiger. "No, my friend," replied the Brahman mildly. "You would probably eat me if I did." "Not at all," said the tiger. "On the contrary, I should be forever grateful and serve you as a slave." Now, when the tiger sobbed and sighed and wept, the Brahman's heart softened and at last he agreed to open the door of the cage. Out came the tiger and seizing the poor man cried, "What a fool you are! What is to prevent my eating you now? For after being caged so long, I am just terribly hungry." Now let us understand the paragraph. Once a tiger was caught in a cage. He tried hard to come out of it, but could not succeed, and so he became sad. After some time, the tiger saw a poor Brahman passing by and requested the Brahman to take him out of the cage. But the Brahman refused to do so, as he was frightened that the tiger would eat him. The tiger took the Brahman into confidence by making him several promises and sobbing and weeping, and finally the kind-hearted Brahman opened the door of the cage and the tiger came out. As he came out of the cage, he called the Brahman a fool and said, "Now he will eat the Brahman as he is very hungry." Let us read and understand the second paragraph. The Brahman pleaded for his life. Children, the meaning of pleaded means make an emotional request. The tiger agreed to let the Brahman ask the first three things he came across to see if its action was justified. So the Brahman first asked a peepal tree what it thought of the matter, but the peepal tree replied coldly, "What have you to complain about? Don't I give shade and shelter to everyone who passes by? And don't they in return tear down my branches to feed their cattle?" Then the Brahman went further ahead till he saw a buffalo. He asked the buffalo what it thought of the matter, but it answered, "You are a fool. to expect thankfulness? Look at me. While I gave milk, they fed me on cotton seed and oil cake. But now that I cannot give milk, they keep me tired all day and do not give me fodder. Here the meaning of fodder means food for farm animals. The Brahman then asked the road to give him its opinion. My dear sir, said the road, how foolish you are to expect anything else. Here I am, useful to everybody, yet all rich and poor, great and small, step on me as they go, past giving me nothing but the ashes of their pipes and the husk of their grain. Children, the meaning of husk means the dry outer covering of seeds and fruits. Children, now let us understand the second paragraph. As the Brahman heard that the tiger will now eat him, the Brahman started requesting him not to do so. The tiger tried to play a game with Brahman, saying that ask the three things which you have come across, but about their justification. The pro-Brahman first asked the peepal tree, then the buffalo, and finally the road. But all the three gave such decision which was in favor of the tiger. On hearing this, the Brahman turned back sorrowfully, and on the way he met a jackal who called out, why, what's the matter, Mr. Brahman? You look as unhappy as a fish out of water. The Brahman told him all that had happened. How very confusing, said the jackal. Would you mind telling me everything again? For everything seems to mix up. The Brahman told him everything all over again. However, the jackal still could not understand everything. It's very odd, said the jackal sadly, but it all seems to go in from one ear and out of the other. I will go to the place where it all happened, and then perhaps I shall be able to give a judgment. So they returned to the cage by which the tiger was waiting for the Brahman and sharpening his teeth and claws. Now let us understand the paragraph. On hearing their views, the poor Brahman became very sad and upset, and as he was returning back to the tiger, he met a jackal. The jackal asked the Brahman about his sadness, and the Brahman told him all that had happened. The jackal, who was very clever, asked the Brahman to take him to the place where it happened. As they reached near the cage, they saw the hungry tiger waiting for the Brahman in order to eat him. "I've been away a long time," growled the tiger. "But let us begin our dinner now." "Our dinner?" thought the wretched Brahman as his knees knocked together with fear. Now here, children, the meaning of wretched means very unhappy. What a remarkably delicate way of putting it. "Give me 5 minutes, my lord," he pleaded, "so that I may explain the matter to the jackal here, who is somewhat slow in his wits." The meaning of wits means the ability to understand clearly and quickly. The tiger agreed, and the Brahman began the story all over again, not missing a single detail and spinning as long a yarn as possible. Here the meaning of yarn means a typically long story. "Oh my poor brain, oh my poor brain," cried the jackal. "Let me see. How did it all begin? You were in the cage and the tiger came walking by." "Pooh," interrupted the tiger. "What a fool you are. I was in the cage." "Of course," cried the jackal, pretending to shake with fear. Here the meaning of pretending means behaving as if something is true when it is not. "Yes, I was in the cage." "No, I wasn't, dear. Dear, where are my wits? Let me see." The tiger was in the Brahman and the cage came walking by. "No, that's not it either. Well, don't mind me, but begin your dinner, for I shall never understand." "Yes, you shall," returned the tiger in anger at the jackal's stupidity. "I'll make you understand. Look, here I am the tiger." "Yes, my lord." "And that is the Brahman." "Yes, my lord." "And that is the cage." "Yes, my lord." "And I was in the cage. Do you understand?" "Yes." "No. Please, my lord." "Well," cried the tiger impatiently, "please, my lord, how did you get in?" "How? Why, in the usual way, of course." "Please don't be angry, my lord, but what is the usual way?" At this the tiger lost patience and jumping into the cage cried, "This way. Now do you understand how it was?" "Perfectly," smiled the jackal as he cleverly shut the door. "And if you will permit me to say so, I think matters will remain as they were." Now, as the tiger saw the Brahman, he shouted, "Where were you for so long? I am waiting to have your dinner." The poor Brahman became so frightened that his knees started shivering. The Brahman now requested the tiger to give him 5 minutes so that he could explain the matter to the jackal, who was unable to understand as to what had happened. The tiger agreed. Now it was the turn of Jackal to show his reaction. The clever jackal started asking questions and showed as if he is not able to understand, and finally, with his cleverness, somehow managed to put the tiger into the cage. As the tiger entered the cage, the clever jackal shut the door, and now the tiger was once again caged. So children, this is how the story ends. I hope children you must have understood the lesson. Do revise it at home. Thank you and God bless you all.